Hey everybody, this is Addendum, and today we're gonna watch Filly Funtasia Season 1, Episode 22, A Visit from Fairyland. So with a title like that, I'm going to assume that this episode is gonna be focusing on Will, or maybe some relatives of Will, seeing how he's the only fairy filly of the main cast, so I guess character-focused episode. Anyways, before we get into it, I want to remind you to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and all that jazz. You can also follow me on Twitter, DeviantArt, and Patreon. Also, shout out to my patrons right here on the screen. And with that out of the way, let's not waste any more time. Here we go. Oh, and before I forget, we are going with the Chinese dub today. Since, well, why not? Kinda surprised that we start with the girls here. I mean, that's something. What? Why? Yeah, science has gone too far. Oh, magic rather. You would also like to know what that is. That's not a bird. That is clearly not a bird. Right? Yeah, why are you so small? But they are related? What, why? I have several questions.
我是来向你们求助的。我用我仅存的一部分魔仙粉建立了一个通往缤纷仙境的通道。
Well, that's a tiny portal.
仅存的魔仙粉，我没明白。
我们的魔仙粉一直都用一颗星星的天然星辰作为原料，但是这个星星被一颗小行星撞毁了。
What?
太糟糕了！
太可怕了。
Yeah, that.
魔仙粉，我们仙子就失去了。
That's an escalation of events.
花朵一样萎靡，听起来就很可怕。魔幻仙境正在迅速衰败。
Well.
怎么会这样呢
What the hell?
那我们能做些什么呀？
缤纷仙境的菲利是我们最后的希望。
Well, I mean, you're kind of screwed if the only way to save your world is the help of some college freshman.
大家都很幸福。
Yeah, I have a question. Why are the other fairies breezy sized and Will is well, normal size? Thank you. I know, the sentence, you'll make us some magic dust, that sounds like something very different. There are a few other fairies and they're all normal size. This is weird. So they're all normally tiny? So basically, that land is just as fucked as Equestria without magic. Thank you, Lim. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure you can do this, but then again, of course they can. Lin is working hard. Lee. Oh, Cedric found something. Also at one point you found that star crystal, you know, like episode 2 or 3 or something like that, very early on. That's a lot of polygons. Just take a hammer to the crystal and then you have dust. Probably works. Maybe. Also, why isn't Antares with the other teachers? Yeah, maybe we have a bunch of people who should be able to be somewhat competent with magic. Of course, lemon some poison. It's probably a good idea. This is going very well. Well, could use some improvement.
我想我是成功了。
Well, at least the teacher's remotely competent.
谢谢大家的帮助。
Well, so I guess we're gonna visit the fairyland now. Since I think we're only like halfway into the episode.
他原来的魔仙粉用光了，他就不能飞了。魔法
I
魔
mean,
房是在山顶上。
apparently
要是走上去的话
the fairies in Fantasia are not affected by this, so if push comes to shove, they could just
可是
relocate.
要怎么帮呢？
我们可以试试变形，就像我们课上学的那样。
哎，
Probably need some sort of shrinking spell for...
这是粉水晶，
我从阿雅老师那里借来的。
太好了，我就知道老师的得意门生总会有些优待。
我们去找他们吧。
水晶魔剑，行行变。
Well, at least now we know where that Fluttershy meme came from.
水晶魔镜，行行变。
That's pretty horrifying. Kinda surprised Will doesn't know a spell like that anyway.
这里的一切都好大。
I think you're just tiny.
这只是一只虫子。
Okay, this is still mildly terrifying. That was needlessly dramatic.
天上怎么会掉下一颗巨石？
That's an acorn.
是谁从天上往下扔橡果？
Probably a squirrel or something like that. I mean, yeah, looks like a squirrel, right?
哦，不好，梅丽姨妈，梅丽姨
We
妈，
landed right on that bug.
梅丽看到你们真开
What's
心
it。called?
你还好
June
吗？
bug.
我很虚弱，而且已经飞不起来了。
您好，瓢虫小姐，冒昧问一句，
A
我和朋友
ladybug,
们
okay.
想要帮助仙子菲利，但是我们现在无法前行了，请问你能不能将我们送到花道？
Oh dear. It even understands. Everyone is Fluttershy. So what do we learn? We should have a portal that is slightly closer to the mill.
这真是太棒了！嘿，太好玩了！
Also, there's a carnivorous plant approaching.
还好玩吗？星辰，不行！
Should have just walked on the ground, bro. Nice hair physics. Yeah, you could just walk on the freaking ground, you know.
魔仙粉的，
那我们还等什么？
So you have
哇，
like really your transportation methods are very inconvenient. Especially the portal being so far out of the way. Why is it in the village or near the mill or something?
哦天哪！
Everyone's flying like they're drunk.
啊，太可怕了！
你们好，我是马
Hi, Magic.
欢迎你们来到魔幻仙境谷。
Is she
我们以为你任务
even-
失败，差点就绝望
And
了。
she has a horn,
幸
but she
好
also
她
has
没有
these
放弃希望
insect-like wings, so fairy alicorn.
我
I
想
don't
只有
know.
你才有自活力了，不必再走。
Also, wasn't Magic supposed to be a guy?
你们的专属通道，这还差不多。
Yeah, you should probably keep that portal in the village. Really.
一路顺风，再次感谢你。嘿，怎么回事？我怎么没变大？
也许魔法失效了。
What?
不可以，绝对不可以！我不要永远这么小，我该怎么办？
I'm gonna bump your head. See?
哎，
So, that was episode 22. Yeah, Not really sure how I feel about this. This is one of the situations where we have a somewhat very convenient plot, like everything is very convenient. So it just ends up falling to our main characters here to fix the situation, despite them being neither qualified nor the nearest and best choice for anything. I'm not sure how I feel about that. However, I do like that we get to see a bit of a different world once again. So apparently the fairies are all usually smaller for whatever reason. That's weird. did not expect that. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it's also weird. I don't know how to feel about this. I can imagine it's like Will is usually really tiny. That's strange. Yeah, and we got to see Magic. Magic, I think, in the comics and the toyline even, I think he was actually male, so they changed that. That's weird. And what I'm really wondering is, what is he or she supposed to be? I mean, it's living with the fairies, so you would assume it's a fairy, but she doesn't have the translucent wings. She's got more like solid moth-like wings, like these, what are they called? There are some rather plush-looking moths somewhere out there that have wings like that. I'll put up a picture if I find one. Yeah, so kind of like that. And also she has a horn, so what's that supposed to be? And she's obviously not a star filly, because those have normal wings, like Zack, but also not a regular fairy filly, so I guess I'd have to look this up at some point, what she's supposed to be. But yeah, really, I don't feel like I have much to say about this. The episode was okay. For once we had the entire crew back together, which, well, it's been a while since we had all of our main characters having a role. I mean, yeah, last episode with the ball, but before that we had not a lot of Bella, not a lot of Lynn. So yeah, once again we're back to the entire main cast, with the exception of our villains, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, the episode was okay. I would say definitely not the best, not amongst the top episodes, but it was okay. I do like the world building, though the storyline was a little bit weak, to be quite frank here. I guess that's really all I have to say about this, which means we're gonna end it here. So, as always, I have been Stratagem, thanks for watching, and see you next time.